The Lunduke Journal now has DRM-free MP4 downloads available for all shows. You're welcome. This is a very, very good thing. And the more I've been thinking about it, the more I realize this should be the norm. It should always be possible to download and easily back up and archive the shows, the software, the books, whatever that we are consuming digitally. A recent news story got me thinking about this a lot. The end of physical media being here. We talked about this last week because a lot of major Blu-ray manufacturers are ceasing production of Blu-ray players and Blu-ray discs, and there's no alternative waiting in the wings. It's just that's it for a lot of types of media. It's wrapping up. If you want physical, backupable, archivable, offline media, stuff that you can consume and enjoy 30 years from now on whatever devices you want, those options are going away. So what I've decided to do is, with the shows that the Lunduke Journal produces, we are now publishing to a slightly wider variety of online platforms, first and foremost. So wherever you're at, you can enjoy the Lunduke Journal. You've always been able to enjoy it over on Locals, which is kind of the spiritual home of the Lunduke Journal, or on YouTube, or via the audio podcast feed. A lot of you love using the audio podcast feed, but now you can watch the shows on Facebook. Yeah, I know. On Patreon, trust me, I know. On Rumble, on X. You want to be over on X watching the Lunduke Journal shows? You absolutely can. Wherever you're at, you can get the shows. The whole idea is to make it easy for you to enjoy the Lunduke Journal, to share the Lunduke Journal, to just watch the shows, listen to the shows wherever you're at. But a critical part of that is making sure that it's possible to enjoy the stuff that gets cranked out of the Lunduke Journal without having to be connected to the internet. Right? You want to enjoy something on YouTube or on X or on Facebook or Patreon or wherever. You have to be kind of connected to the internet or jump through a billion different hoops, and it's very annoying. You should be able to download the shows that the Lunduke Journal produces, watch them on any device you want, including the ability to convert the file to different formats and codecs to make it possible to watch on whatever device you want. You want to watch it on an old Palm OS 5 device or an old Windows CE Pocket PC device? You should be able to do that if you want to. And part of that means it has to be downloadable in a common video format. In this case, we're going with MP4, and it has to be DRM-free, meaning there's no connection to the internet required. You can download it, you can rename it, you can copy it between devices, you can back it up to your home servers, you can burn it to the few remaining Blu-ray drives that exist. Whatever you want to do, it's just fine. I mean, you can't rebroadcast it commercially or something like that, but if you want to watch it in your home and enjoy it on a personal level, you should be able to do whatever you want with that from a personal level, right? You know what I'm saying? And so what I've decided to do is all the shows from the Lunduke Journal are now available on itch. And this is kind of this is the best way I could think of to do this, because a lot of people, one, want to be able to download all of the DRM-free videos. And second, a lot of people want a way to contribute to the Lunduke Journal that's not a subscription. They want to be able to say, you know what, I want to pitch in some buckazoids, but I just want it to be like a one-off thing. I don't want to have to get a monthly or yearly subscription. I just want to toss you some bucks because I enjoy the independent journalism. So 2 birds with 1 stone here. Here's how this works. If you go to lunduke.com, at the top of it is a little where to watch list of links. Locals and Rumble and X and YouTube and Facebook and Patreon, places where you can watch the various shows from the Lunduke Journal for free on a variety of different platforms. They're all free, right? I mean, you can get subscriptions to all of them, but you want to watch 99+% of all the Lunduke Journal shows, they're available for free on all those platforms. But there's also MP4 downloads links for 2024 and 2025. How I've decided to do this, to make this kind of reasonable and not unwieldy is I'm breaking up all of the shows from the Lunduke Journal into years. So 2024 is about to wrap up. So if you click the MP4 downloads for 2024 link, you get sent to the Lunduke Journal Videos 2024 page on itch.io, and where you can buy for $54, a one-time thing, the right to download all of them. Right now the year's not over. There's 2 weeks left in 2024, which means there's more shows, including this one, that are going to be rolling out. As those shows roll out, they will now be added to this list, which is a huge growing list. And it's getting to the point now where if you start to do the math, we're talking like pennies, fractions of a buck, tiny amounts of money per video, which is a pretty sweet way to both support the Lunduke Journal and, if you want these, gain access to all the downloads. Now, here's the great thing. If you don't need access to all the downloads, if you don't have the need to back up and archive all the shows from the Lunduke Journal, you don't need to worry about this. You can still go ahead and watch or listen to the Lunduke Journal on any of a giant mountain of other platforms. Want to listen on iTunes or Spotify? Go nuts. Want to watch it on Facebook? You can do that too. Wherever you want, I'm not going to judge. You can enjoy the Lunduke Journal. All the links are there where you can listen, where you can watch, and where you can read the articles, as well as where you can support the show. Now, 2025 is not here yet, but there's a link already up there for 2025. Once January 1st rolls around and 2025 begins, all the new shows will go into the 2025 project. So if you want to download the shows, basically you pay once, and it's like getting a pay once pass for every show that comes out that year in DRM-free MP4 downloadable format. It's beautiful. It's the way it should be, right? We should have that as an option. It's not required. It's not mandatory. No one's going to force you to download every DRM-free MP4 if you don't want to. But for those of you who do want to, well, this is a godsend. Right? This just makes it really, really easy. The 2024 downloads are actually just finishing uploading as we speak. So if you go there, I still need to organize a few things to make sure they're all listed exactly in chronological order. You'll notice I date every single show, so you can find them by date and by title of the show. If you just want to grab a couple of them or just the ones that interest you. Also, it makes it nice and easy because all of the new shows just get added to the bottom. New shows roll in, and as I publish shows to every other platform, Locals, X, YouTube, wherever, the podcast, they roll in right here on the bottom, so they come out roughly the same time. All the shows get published the same day, so you don't miss out on anything. In fact, you could follow the Lunduke Journal and all the shows that I produce just purely now from itch.io and download all the shows. You don't need YouTube or X or podcast feeds if you don't want to. You could get it all this way, which is nice. No tracking, no advertising, nothing. It's just DRM-free downloads. Very, very handy. One other thing I want to mention, this is more of a timely thing. The holidays are almost here. Christmas is here on the 25th. Hanukkah starts sundown on the 25th. It's one of those weird years where Christmas and Hanukkah line up like almost exactly, which is always my favorite kind of way to do it. Sometimes Hanukkah is crazy early. You'll get it at on December 3rd. You have Hanukkah start. I like it when it all lines up. So where everyone, whether they celebrate Christmas or Hanukkah, they're all celebrating around the same time. That just makes it extra fun. So what I'm doing is you can grab between now and December 26th, right? So the day after Christmas, a lifetime subscription to the Lunduke Journal as a gift. So I have instructions on lunduke.com right in the middle of the page that'll take you to the subscribing and supporting the Lunduke Journal page, which has detailed instructions on how to give the gift of a lifetime subscription to the Lunduke Journal to whoever you want. So if you want to give someone a lifetime subscription, you do that. Lifetime subscriptions are via locals, right? So those are all via locals. Those aren't on itch or anywhere else. Those are all on locals. And the reason they're all on locals is because locals is sort of where the community lives. So having a lifetime subscription to lunduke.locals.com, it supports the Lunduke Journal. And of course, everyone's free to enjoy the Lunduke Journal shows wherever they want to, right? You can go enjoy them on Facebook if you want to, wherever. No judgment. But the community really spends most of its time living there at locals on that particular site. So if you have a lifetime subscription to lunduke.locals.com, you get all the articles and all the shows and the interactions with me and with huge numbers of people from the rest of the nerdy Lunduke Journal community. And it's just kind of a nice way to do it. So anyway, that's all going on right now. It's really, really simple if you want to grab it there. And again, go to lunduke.com and find the links to where you can watch and where you can listen that best work for you. I don't want to force people. I've tried to make it all work in one singular site in the past, but realistically, I want you to be able to enjoy the shows where you want to enjoy it. Just because, right? Make it easy for you, make it easy for everybody, and make it easy if you want to download the MP4 files, because that's just awesome. That's what I would want, right? I had to think about this long and hard. What do I want? Like if I had the option, right, of TV shows I really enjoy, right? If I had the option to go somewhere and download the downloadable DRM-free MP4 versions of the TV shows I enjoy, so I get new ones as they come out and I can download the MP4, yeah, I'd do that. I'd pay, whatever the amount was, 25 bucks a season, 50 something bucks a year, whatever it was. And I just get it every time it comes out. Yeah, absolutely. And with the Lunduke Journal, you get like 200-ish episodes every year. So you pay, 50 some odd bucks and you get 200 shows out of that. I can't do that much math, but I think that's like, you're pretty much making money at that point. So anyway, there you go. That's all the details. Go to lunduke.com and it's all there. And if you want to support the work of the Lunduke Journal on any platform you like, whether it's locals or Substack or Patreon or itch, there's options there for you to support the work that I do. And then you can listen and enjoy wherever you want. Oh, beautiful times. Beautiful times. I thank you to everyone who helps to make the Lunduke Journal possible. This publishing empire of nerdiness has grown significantly and just become so much more mature over the last several years. And that's only possible because of the support that all of you have shown. Literally, this could not be possible without you. There's no big tech money here. There's no advertising dollars at play. It's just supported by nerds. It's nerd-supported journalism, and that is a beautiful thing. That is a beautiful thing. So for those of you who want to download the thing, go download the thing. You deserve to download the thing. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, nerds and nerdettes across the inner tubes, I do declare, end broadcast.